What is up, guys? It's Cindy back with another video. This time not so funny. I don't even know how to start this video because I'm so shocked about this, and obviously it's crazy because I'm already crying. I told myself not to cry because I don't know. But majority of you guys have probably heard of this 15-year-old boy, Alessandro, or more so known as Junior. And I am just so shocked over the whole situation. It's killing me because this kid is constantly on my mind every day because I cannot believe what happened to him. I just went to Instagram to just, do the usual thing, just look around and stuff. And I follow this dumb rapper 6ix9ine because William and I sometimes we laugh about him. We do actually like one of his songs. But he's crazy, so it's kind of funny to follow him. It's funny. It's just funny, but he posted a picture, that one picture of Junior and his mom. For everybody who doesn't know what happened, I'm about to explain in a little bit. But he posted that picture of the kid. He was 15-year-old, and his mom when he was laying in the hospital in the bed, and I think he was already dead. And he was just saying shit like this makes me want to go back to New York. And I just clicked the hashtag and I saw a girl that I also follow posting about it, so I clicked on her page and I saw the videos, and I couldn't believe what I saw because I've never seen anything like this before. And I'm usually not the type of, when I watch TV, or I can't watch horror movies, I can't do that, but anything that has to do with blood usually doesn't bother me. When in TV, in a show, when someone gets shot or something, that doesn't bother me, but this is out of the real life, so it hit me super hard. And then I continued reading over everything, and basically he's a 15-year-old boy who was just trying to get something from a store that he usually goes to in his neighborhood. And then I think six men went into the store and took this kid. They dragged him out of the store, and he was trying to hold on to the wall so they wouldn't get him, they wouldn't keep going forward with what they were doing. And then one guy had a machete, I don't know if that's how you say it, but a big ass knife, and they just stabbed him. They stabbed him everywhere. They stabbed him in the neck, and they basically stabbed him to death, but he was still alive. He was still alive after he got stabbed. And this is the fact that he got stabbed is already bad enough, but what's just as bad is that no one helped him. No one did anything. The guy who had the store, he knew this kid for tons of years, and before the people came into the store to get him, he was asking for help and trying to hide behind the counter, and the guy didn't let him. He didn't let him hide. And that's how the man got this kid. If the owner would have just said, you can hide here, then maybe they wouldn't have found him. Because one of them left after he looked into the store and he didn't see him. But the owner, didn't let him hide for long. So he basically said, you can't hide here. And then they found him there. And then they dragged him out of the store. And while they dragged him, the people were just looking and watching the whole scene, which I kind of understand because I didn't want to, if in case the guys already had the weapons out there, I probably would have hesitated too, of course. But the bad thing is, after they stabbed him and they freaking punched him and all this, like, the most brutal way I've ever seen, this kid was still alive, and he went back into the store asking for help, and they sent him out of the store, not helping him. They sent him out of the damn store, and he just asked for help. He was bleeding everywhere. His neck was full of blood, and then what I think is so freaking sad, and this is the thing that I want to talk about in this video. Our generation is fucking fucked up for that. Why do you not help this kid? Why do you send him out of the store? Why could you not try to stop his bleeding? Did you not learn first aid? Like, it's not that hard. It's not hard to learn first aid. You can learn first aid everywhere. In Germany, it's even like you have to learn first aid in order to get your driver's license. So how can you do this to this kid? And then what I hate the most is people recorded that. Like there were people living next to the store. They were like high up in an apartment. I think it's good that they recorded the people fleeing, because the car is on the camera and the people are on the camera. That's good. But they continued recording, but instead of recording, they could have went downstairs and helped this kid. And this is what I don't understand. Like, how can you see that all? They recorded everything. They saw him injured and like hurt and bleeding everywhere, and all they did is record the people flee, and they didn't go downstairs and try to help him. Like, they just left him all alone. Like, this boy was stabbed all by himself, and then he tried to run to the hospital, but he like collapsed across the street of the hospital. And I don't know who recorded that either. If it was not a family member, I don't understand that either, why someone would record that. But someone recorded him like sitting on the sidewalk, and I swear the whole sidewalk was full of blood. The whole boy was full of blood, and no one helped him. Like, the police officers were standing like 2 meters away, and they didn't do anything. They didn't help him. And I'm just like, how is our world so freaking disgusting that you cannot help a 15-year-old kid who's bleeding to death? Like, you can see it. Everything was full. How can you not try to help this kid? Like, I don't know. Like, I would. And there was a car also that just like slowly drove, and then it just kept going, and I'm like, you could have put this boy in your car. I mean, of course your car is gonna be full of blood, but what does that matter when you can save a life? Honestly, I don't understand that. Like, those are moments where I wish like I could be there, or like someone could have took this boy, like one of the coworkers or one of the workers there could have took this boy over their shoulder. He was a strong, chubby ass man. He definitely had enough strength to take him and run to the hospital or drive to the hospital. The hospital was not far away. Like, someone could help him, or at least did first aid. Like, I am so shocked over this, and this doesn't let me go. Like, I know this happens to a lot of people, but I've never seen it before. Like, it's different when you actually see, and it's not even in real life. Like, I just saw it from a freaking like a camera. If you guys saw the videos, you'll see them. I'm not gonna put them in this because it's really like that one video, not even the one where he's stabbed, but the one where he's full of blood. That video is insane, and I don't like the fact that someone recorded this. But if it was a family member, I don't know who it was, but I don't like the fact that someone recorded this. But otherwise, it shows how brutal those people were, and it shows the reality of this freaking world. And I don't understand why people are in gangs. I don't understand why someone would do that. I don't understand how they could he was innocent. He had nothing to do with what they were trying to justify something for. And you don't even then, like, you can't do this to a 15-year-old. Like, you can't do this to anyone. And I'm like, and what I hate the most is that people recorded it. Like, our world is just totally fucking focused on putting your damn phone out and rather record something than helping someone. And I think that's fucking sick. If I would come to a place like this, or an accident, or anything that has to do with someone needing help, or seeing that they're hurt or bleeding, the least thing I would do is record that with my phone. That's the least thing I would do. The first thing you do is help someone, not pulling out your phone and taking a damn picture or a video or whatever. I do understand that the people from the apartment who were up there recorded the people fleeing. I understand that. But at least after that, they could have helped this kid. And I don't understand anyone who like, when someone is in need, you just don't do that. Like, you don't record something at first and then help them, unless you have the person who is the killer or whatever. Then maybe, yeah, but you need to help the people first. Like, if you come to a crime scene, if you come to an accident, if you come to an incident where someone got really badly hurt, this is the least thing that you do, and it pisses me off. Like, it makes me so upset that no one helped him, because he could still be alive. I'm super sure about that. If they would have stopped, if they would have did first aid at least, or to stop his bleeding, like, you know how you can stop a bleeding. Like, do people not learn that, or what's going on? Like, we learned that. Like, I know if someone has a deep ass wound, I know how to make it stop, or at least stop for a while so that you have more time. And I don't understand why people didn't do that, and it drives me crazy, honestly. Like, I've never had this before. I even dreamed about this. I dreamed that I was there and saw it from a different perspective. I feel so bad for his family, and they found him, like, with all that blood over him, and I cannot imagine what that feels like. I saw that he has a bigger sister, and I have a bigger brother. And even though my brother and I, we barely see each other, we don't talk a lot, I cannot imagine seeing my brother like that, or something like that happening to my brother. Like, I don't understand this corrupt and fucking crazy world where everybody has to kill someone for a freaking little ass thing, and that girl lied too. And I'm like, wow, like, how can you sleep at night? Everybody who didn't help, how can you sleep at night? How can you look at yourself? Like, I couldn't live with that. I could not live with that, and I hope those people can never sleep good. I don't wish death to anybody, but I hope everybody gets what they deserve. And honestly, these murderers do not deserve anything else than the death, or the most horrific life ever in prison. Like, I don't care. Like, if you kill someone like that, an innocent 15-year-old boy, you deserve hell, and even more than that. I don't know. I just had to let that out, and I need this world. Like, we gotta stop with all this bullshit. Like, we gotta stop taking our phones out before we help someone. We gotta stop killing each other. We're killing each other. Police brutality needs to stop. We need to stop shooting each other, freaking stabbing each other. We need to stop all this violence and finally learn to love each other. We're all the freaking same. We all bleed red. Why does racism even exist? Why do people do this? Like, and apparently the guy that was supposed to be killed was her boyfriend. So I'm like, how does this even, like, she wanted, apparently, I don't know what's the truth, because there has been so many stories, and I really don't know which is the truth. because of course I don't know anyone from there, but apparently she tried to save her boyfriend and told her brother and uncle that it was Junior, that it's about a sex tape video that came out, and she said it was him that recorded it because she wanted to save her boyfriend. Another story is that she got raped, um, and someone recorded it. How can you blame a 15-year-old kid when you actually know it was someone else? Like, you cannot do that. You cannot. I'm freaking done with what's happening in the world. World, you cannot go anywhere without actually fearing that something is gonna happen to you. Me, as a girlfriend of a black male, I cannot, when I'm in America and a police car is next to me, I have to be scared. It should not be like that. We should all feel safe. We should all feel safe and just like enjoy our lives. But how can we do that when shit like this constantly happens? I want to have kids one day, and I don't want my kids to grow up in a world like this where everybody takes out their phone when you're hurt. This is not right, and we need to stop doing that. It drives me crazy. With that being said, I just want you guys to think about that. If I want justice for this kid, definitely justice for Junior. And for the family, I mean, it's gonna, nothing's gonna bring this kid back. And for the family, this is always gonna be just as hard as it is now. But at least what they deserve is justice, and he deserves that too. With that being said, this is the end of my video. I hope that helped me and like people who are also following this case. I've been reading that a lot of people like think about him constantly and that they can't get this out of their mind, and I'm glad I'm not the only one, because at first I thought, am I crazy? Like, you didn't even know this kid? But it's just I feel like he had so many things in front of him, and we can be so grateful to be alive today. We can be so grateful to have a great life, and across the ocean something like this happens. Like, this is just crazy. With that being said, this is the end of the video, guys. I just wanted to talk about that. If any of you guys have been following the incident, or if there's any thoughts, or if you're dealing with the same problem, you just can't, like, you just keep thinking about it, you keep like, this is not the first time of me crying about it, then just drop it in the comments. All my love and prayers go out to the family, all the way from Germany, by the way. But yeah, justice for Junior, that's all I can say.